This was one of the most insane Formula Drift events I've ever worked on. From last minute track changes to absolutely insane driving from a 14-year-old taking out a 3-time world champion. And I get to bring you along for the ride, so stay tuned. All right, so we're out here on the track. I'm working with Brian, one of the judges, to actually get the track layout done. Just trying to understand how they lay things out. So there's a lot of back and forth over what we did in 2022, what we did in 2023, discussions about, line, where the driver should be, also things like making sure we're not sending them off into the grass and things along those lines. So a lot more goes into it than I originally thought. So right now Brian's over there pacing things off. I get to hold cones for no reason. And then, we'll be actually painting the lines down for the weekend. All right, so interesting turn of events. Brian and I were about to leave to go back to the hotel, and we kind of started discussing a few things. So I won't get into the reasoning, but essentially we're going to be changing up the last outside zone, it looks like. This is a proper radius, so it's here when they measured it, just offset to where you think it might be. And it sounds like they're going to K-wall the whole thing. They've already K-walled outside zone 1. Now doing this zone would be pretty sick. This is all they trust me to do. It's to stand on the tape measure while they measure. That's it. That's all I get to do. Vernon looking majestic.
Hello, sir.
Robbie, what are we talking about today?
I have no idea.
No.
The track has changed a little bit, so I'm about to find out.
All right, welcome to Thursday in St. Louis. So I did go out for barbecue last night. It was Salt and Smoke. Pretty good barbecue. It is a chain, so it has a couple locations, which normally I stay away from, but the reviews are really good. So break down what I bought. I got deviled eggs and chicken skin to start. Deviled egg was like maybe a 6, slightly better than normal. They put a slice of bacon in it, but overall pretty good, just nothing spectacular. Chicken skin though, easy 8 tier, 8-1, 8-2 is kind of what I'm thinking. Would have been a little bit better with maybe slightly more or better seasoning, maybe not cooked as long. It's tough though. Chicken skin, just something different. So I liked it. The mustard dip they had with it was great. And then for my main, I got the 4-meat. So I got ribs, pork, a jalapeno bologna, and then I did order brisket, but I found out that they were out of sliced brisket, and instead they had what they called KC brisket, so Kansas City, where basically it's like a chop with barbecue sauce on it. I wasn't super big fan of that. I try not to get brisket that way, and I don't think it's a good representation, so I kind of want to take that off of my judging. Ribs-wise, stupendous. Like an 8-9, like a very, very high quality rib. I was pretty excited about that. Pulled pork, a little bit above average, like a 6. And then the bologna was like, man, I would say like an 8-5. It was really, really good. It's like jalapeno and cheddar in it. Super good. They had a massive popover as well, which is basically a Yorkshire pudding. I didn't eat a ton of that. It was a little overdone for my liking, so I'd put it as like a 5-8. Overall, really good. Lots of good sauces, good selection there. So I would put them as like a 7-8, 7-9 as a restaurant as a whole. Huge whiskey and bourbon list. But yeah, pretty good. So Salt and Smoke, St. Louis, at least the location I went to. Pretty good with that. Okay, so let's talk about track layout here in St. Louis, because this is a point of contention, if you will. They have walled all of outside zone 1. This will hopefully cut down on a lot of the tire drops. It's going to. You can't tire drop if there's a wall there. But the biggest point of contention is definitely outside zone 4, where they've also added a wall. It's going to tighten up the exit of people leaving the track, so they're not going to be washing up on the bank anymore, and they'll have to kind of be back on throttle to make that arc. So we just had the Prospec meeting, and a lot of concerns about it, a lot of concerns about just the way that the walls are implemented, things like that. I'll probably update you once we get to the pro meeting, because I'm curious what they're going to say, SOPA. But yeah, not shocking that there's a lot of opinions, a lot of thoughts, a lot of concerns about it. So everybody is out there now looking at it again, because getting lines painted took a little bit longer than we initially thought. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Right now, everything is how we set it up yesterday with walls and tires. There might be a change though, we'll see. What I do like though is that they've painted it all in orange. So it should make it very easy to spot, and I'm hoping the paint really holds up. They did a couple things different this year when it comes to the actual painting of the lines, where they put like an agent down before to both, like, to help basically make this stand out a little bit more, and then make it a little bit easier for cleanup for them later. So I'm slightly concerned that might cause a bit of an issue with that, but we'll see. Another thing that's kind of interesting is you can see here this zone is actually a little bit shorter, so it gives the drivers a bit different of a spot to get into, allows them to push in a little bit deeper. So we lost about, man, I don't know, 15 feet of outside zone 2. You can see the arc is a little bit different now too. So it was cool as you can see a lot of the old lines that were here. But yeah, just a little bit different. We'll see how it plays. Outside 3 is basically the same as it was previously. No major changes there, although it looks a little bit deeper, like a little bit wider, that's for sure. Okay, so we're out at Brewski's pit, and I've been told, so is it kielbasa or what is it exactly?
It's kielbasa, homemade. So one is chicken.
Okay.
The darker meat is beef.
Right.
And the other one is a mix of the soga.
Okay.
So I made my mom's recipe and I smoked it at home.
That's really good. See, the difference between that and like store-bought kielbasas, there's actually like more than one flavor, whereas like store-bought kielbasa just tastes like processed meat. So this is the beef?
That's the beef.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
And I use different casing, so
Yeah.
it gives different flavor when it's smoked.
So that's a thinner casing, so it's smokier, right? Okay. Yeah, that's really good.
That's yours to enjoy.
You sure I can just walk around with a plate of meat? Ah, that's so awesome, thank you. Okay, changes to the track, all gone really well. There was obviously a lot of concern when adding it in. Drivers are figuring it out, flow is there. Prospec looked good in it, one incident. Pro looked amazing in it. I'm pretty optimistic. This is gonna be a good weekend, so the weather's nice. It's good. Been handing out some hats. Love it. I'm pumped about all of it. All right, what do we got? I have no idea what that is. Oh, it says right here. Curry, fish beef, Puerto Rican rice. All right. All right, getting ready for practice show. A little bit of change there, but check out the studio set. It was actually pretty sick in here. Yeah, I know, big nerd, but this is our setup here. Nothing too different. I mean, just huge view. Can see basically the whole track from here, which is sick. All right, all wrapped up seating. I am exhausted. It is 12:25, so it's 1:25 my time. Obviously, it was a weird one with the paint situation. I don't want to get into too much, but there may be some more repercussions from it. But yeah, it was a weird one. That's it. It was one of the most disjointed shows because of how strange the whole situation was. It throws off a lot of vibe. I mean, big up on Jared for kind of keeping everything going and keeping the vibe going, because it's just not something I've experienced, and he definitely like led the way through that, which I'm super grateful for, because he's like, yo, let's just have fun, let's just hang out, you know, it's weird, but like we got to get through it. And I'm like, yep. So shouts out to him for that, but it was a weird one. Ugh. Here for a trade. All right.
I got good.
I'll trade you 2 hats. Sick, dude. Appreciate it.
No, not a problem.
Thanks.
I got brisket for you as well.
Oh, fucking me. Nice.
This is a,
Brisket is better than the rib.
Okay, got it.
so I wanted you to be able to have the full-on experience and try. And
Sick.
If you don't eat, share. Let everybody do your.
Well, I got Sopa and Max with me, so they're already like, hey, if we're stopping, we're getting a bite. So,
yeah.
boys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. See ya.
In the class of the developers here in England, I bet you would. I think it's yeah, you don't have no, we're going to call this next week. Yeah, let's say check it.
We have a long break, so that's why we be at 7. Then we have like an hour and a half break.
All right, real talk. This is fucking good barbecue. Brisket's really good, not overly fatty, but like, you know, it can hang. They chopped it a little weird, but easy 8.5, 9, like fucking really good. Ribs, a little bit lower, I'd say like a 7.5. But These guys told me the brisket was where it's at. Macaroni and cheese I wasn't gonna get. They told me to get it. Don't eat a ton of carbs, but I might crush this whole thing. I would say like an 8.2, and then baked beans by far my favorite. Really like not overly sweet, but sweet. Easy 9.1, but the real winner here, pork rinds, chicharrones, whatever you want to call them. Some of the best I've ever had, like 9.5. This fucking spot is great.
What's up?
Damn. So we're gonna do something a little different. We're actually gonna, Lorette and I are down in the hot pits from Prospec, top 32. Hopefully you can hear this, but we're gonna do some live streaming on FT, do some interviews this way, a little bit different. Hopefully everybody likes it.
Way interesting, so yeah, that's it. Now we do this.
You forget that he's like a baby. Like, you know, you watch him drive and you're like, oh, this is a child.
He's so sweet and like well spoken and
Yeah. Chris, how's the barbecue? How's it gonna be? Am I gonna be mad?
No, it's decent.
It's decent? What is it?
It's actually pretty good.
Okay. Do you know who it's from?
All right.
Saucy Porca. Interesting. All right. Brisket, pulled pork, and beans. All the staples.
Thanks for pointing it out.
We need one.
Only need 1 point, baby.
Around Utah student or make the drive out to just outside Salt Lake City, Utah. Your winner here, back to back. Make some noise. Winner, round 3. The link engine manager.
Bye bye. Let's go. Chewy. All right, wrapped up Prospec show. It was good. Love hanging out with those guys. So Prospec is now over. Podium show is over. Track is completely dark. And guess what? We're all still here trying to discuss how to fix things in drifting. The part you guys don't really get to see is the fact that like nobody stops talking about drifting the entire weekend, like at all. So they're the same thing. Look at all of them. Still here. We're off the clock. We're done. They're still trying to fix things. So if you don't think they don't care, you're wrong. I have no idea what this looks like. Oh, hot garbage. But it is competition day, so I'm starting my day off with getting the podcast edited from last night from Prospec. Prospec was sick. Great battles. It's gonna make for an insane Utah. So yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I had breakfast already, but that's kind of how I start my day on these. Is getting that podcast together for you guys, and not gonna lie, struggling to kind of get into it, but hopefully once this is wrapped, I'll kind of be in a better, more motivated mood. I don't know. Let me just get this through, and then we'll go from there. Much better. I needed coffee, man. That's why I was all not in the mood. But I'm going to show you guys probably the coolest spot here in St. Louis. So sick. Top of the stairs. Love it. So we're about an hour out from the show. It's about the time that I'll head into the booth and kind of start getting ready at the table. Again, Andy?
I wouldn't.
I'm the voice of Warmanship and I'm so awesome. We drink some beer.
Always brag about how you don't want to win.
Generally, I like run up those kinds of refillable bottles.
Top 32 done. We're exhausted because like it's
going.
We're going.
I'm not tired. You're tired. Give me another rock star. Fire me up, Sam.
It's, you know, honestly, as much as it was a crazy one, a ton of fun. Yeah, Jared and I have we've been just having fun up here. It's just been having fun. That's it. That's all you can do.
That was a nickname in college.
It was his nickname in college. I checked. But we got an hour and a half break. We'll grab some lunch, dinner. I don't know what it is. And probably gonna walk the pits a little bit, see some people. And and then back up here again to do it. I mean, Odie, Simon, there's a bunch of them that are gonna be sick. Uli, pork, veggies, rice. Yeah, you good? Looks good. You're a superstar now, huh?
Dude,
it's crazy. Yeah, bro. What's your Insta? You like gained like 1,000 followers already?
Yes.
It's blowing up.
It's blowing up.
It's blowing up. Okay, done on our break. Hour and a half. Back up to the booth. Up on the 4th floor. All the way at the end. Wild top 32. Top 16 looks absolutely insane. I'm pretty pumped. So, here's the size of the grandstands though. So obviously right now there's still lots of fans out there, but grandstands are massive. There's a track walk, opening ceremonies, and away we go. All right, about to start. In top 16, Jared is on one. So behind the scenes on that, I'll explain. One, Jared just crushing, but two, to reveal a little bit of secret, we have to buy a little bit of time to get Mav TV up to speed. So Jared took a bullet and was like, "I'm gonna do the best intro ever."
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It was so
I'm
good.
gonna admit, that was the funnest driver intro I've ever done.
It was so
because
good.
I had to tap dance so much, and I said the wildest shit.
He doesn't know how to surf, but he knows how to drift. Jared Disham's got to be all over that. So, yeah, there's your reasoning. But I think
Pat Gooden just texted me and he says, "Seriously, I know I said it before, but let's leave is my absolute favorite phrase. I say it all the time. Let's leave."
Shouts out Pat Gooden. All right, now I got to follow all that up somehow. Just wrapped, arguably one of the craziest events we've ever had from start to finish. So pumped. Kira Manoa, I mean, just absolutely proving that, I mean, if you put in the time, if you put in the effort, even if it's on a sim, you can do this. You can fucking crush 3-time champions. So pumped. And now I gotta get down to the podium, get all set up for that show, and interview these drivers, and I could not be more excited.
Thank you so much, Nati and racing team.
First-time winner. You should be so proud, man. There you go, homeboy. There's your check.
Fuckers! All right, that is going to be a wrap on this end. Great podcast. I don't think the video is working because I got a weird code, but yeah, super pumped. Thank you guys for watching.